it's another day. And it's another day to have to work on my stuff outside. So, here's all my crazy animals. As you can see, I removed part of this fence. I had to unscrew a bunch of things. Part of the other side has already been unscrewed, and I just have to take it apart. Yeah, so I'm going to try and run a fence from the tree that's over here, that you can see there in the corner. And the fence line is going to come out towards me and hook up with the fence here at the goats. It's still going to be, it's going to be open, but I am going to make sure that I maintain some space that I can divide out for when I've got hens with babies, but they just seem to wander anywhere, and nobody ever seems to bother them, so everybody gets along, which is good. I gotta try and see if I can transfer some dirt over here into this space to cover the wire. The wire, of course, is down to protect them from predators coming up through the bottom. Of course, the dogs help with that too. Everything is wide open right now, and then nobody's getting attacked. Dog leaves him alone. There's times when he gets bored and he's chased after him and he's hurt somebody, but that's a whole different story. Anyway, he's usually really good. He's always over here, and usually the animals get pretty smart about that and get back into their space where they're supposed to be. They generally do not cross across the driveway, although I have a few hens that like to go and lay their eggs in the wood shelter. So that's that. So we're going to be firing up the wood stove here. For the most part, we have been heating the house with natural gas because it's hooked up with natural gas. We can turn that off and on as we see fit. We've had issues over the past couple of years with our wood burner, springing leaks and stuff, and we had this man that came over and fixed it, and he says if it springs a leak, within X number of time, you come back over and fix it again. And it did it a couple more times because he'd went over, looked it over real good and everything, and he touched up any places that he thought would leak. It's not leaking right now, but we do need to replace the chimney on it, which is going to be a very spendy endeavor to repair. So that'll need to be done. Yeah, of course I've had wood stacked, and you've seen other videos where I'm stacking the wood. He's got some more wood cut, so I'll be stacking that, but not right now, because I got to try and finish winterizing while the ground is still thawed. I can still stack wood when things are frozen. So my primary goal is going to be working on the fence and getting that finished for the chickens and ducks, so that way they've got a little more secure area that they can be in and not have to worry about things that are just running around, or even if say my house dog, who loves fun, she's not predatory, but animals are animals, and if they see something that looks like fun, they're just gonna go play with it, and things can happen when they want to play. Not that they intend for bad things to happen, but bad things can happen. I have had predatory animals here that nearly obliterated my flock, and the individuals who were responsible for it did not feel any remorse, and basically were blaming it on me that I have the animals. It's my property, they're my animals. Your guys are in violation. Of course, you might hear me rant on that a few other times, because it still burns me that I did things in good faith and had it paid back to me very negatively, and that has been very damaging to my ability to be able to trust a person, especially these people, or people that I thought I knew, and have them do not so nice things back in return. So sometimes people may not show their true colors right away, And yeah, of course, both my husband and I tend to be rather naive when it comes to individuals, because we, one, being raised kind of sheltered, and two, just he is technically handicapped, and well, me, I often will just blindly trust people, and that's not been good for me. Oh well, life is life. It is what it is. So we move on from there. We learn from our mistakes, or at least hopefully we learn from our mistakes. Try not to be quite so naive. Try to see through and see people's true colors. And it's funny because, it's like, well, people don't know me. I mean, you can gather quite a bit from watching me in the videos and stuff, but people don't really know me, and because I don't really open and talk a whole lot about who I am and whatnot. And I've been slowly working on that one, because rediscovering and learning myself and understanding why I've done the things that I've done and where I'm going from here is all it's all a process. Some people learn who they are, and everything when they're very young, and other of us kind of put ourselves totally on the back burner and don't realize the gravity of who we are and who we should become and everything. I always knew I was a creative person and like to be able to do creative things and reaching out, doing things. I don't diss. He's challenging me. He's my little banty boy. So when I got from my mom, I ended up with him because he was being a little evil to my mom. So we'll see how he manages here. I try not to challenge him, but I also I'm not going to back down from him, and he needs to learn his manners. So anyway, I don't hate people. I do avoid them though. Just because I've being burned so many times, and oftentimes I think people see the naivety when I'm out in public and I get approached, and because I do make eye contact, and that shouldn't be a flaw. That shouldn't be something that people go, okay, you're making eye contact with me, you're a target. But I will often see it though before other people, just because I've been targeted so many times just for making eye contact. Yeah. I'm just not afraid. I shouldn't be afraid. Anyway, so lowdown is I've got to try and work on getting this fence up. I've got a little dog who also has a vet's appointment early afternoon. He has what's called Addison's. He was a dog that was abandoned, and I think I've got a couple videos in there with little Dash. We've called him Dash Cam and Dashy, and Potato Dog, because he looks a bit like a potato. He has what's called Addison's disease. He was essentially abandoned here by the people who had caused and wreaked havoc in my life for 2 years. Just saw, like I said, I saw changes in just, I left him behind because he was sick. And when I approached them to find out what they wanted done with him, she said, give him his favorite cat food and end him. Put a bullet in his head. I can't do that. That wasn't fair to him. So that little guy there, little potato dog, Dash, he gets something for Cinnabon to do. Cinnabon does a lot less chasing of the animals when he's got the little buddy to play with. They're a cute pair. Little guy if he gets a little chilly, because he likes spending most of his time outside. He'll curl up on big old Bon. So anyway, that's a bit of a lowdown. And I know I go back and forth. I'm, kind of a popcorn person, kind of everywhere. But that's my thought process. And I think that's part of the reasons why I do the podcast too. So it kind of helps me refocus and get things a little clearer. So that way I'm processing a little bit better on where my thoughts are at. Oh, cute chickens. Anyway, I'm gonna work on getting my stuff set up, and then I'll come back and start moving and pounding posts again. I gotta grab my bar. Some of my tools I put inside my shed here. Other ones I have leaning out where I was last working. My chain and post for pulling are all over by my hay that I get for the goats. I've got the big round bale back over there. There it is. There's my round bale. See my round bale back there? Yeah. That's got one of my tools. And then I got a pretentious little, couple pretentious young roosters who some of the older roosters will actually come over and save me from these guys because they know they're being out of line, which is why I don't mind taking on problem roosters, because I do have older roosters that and even hens that will step between me and the naughty boys. Yep. All right. I'll be back. I have gotten a few things moved. I was working on filling in a hole too here behind me that my dog had dug out, and I've refilled now a couple times because it needs to be filled in. It's where I walk in the wintertime. It's all I need is to fall down in the snow. So anyway, I've got a few things moved over. I have to figure out where the chain went, if my husband picked it up or what happened with the chain that I used for popping posts out. I don't know if I absolutely have to. There's some other ways that I can just kind of wrap around them. Hi, pretty girl. It's Miss Druid. She's a khaki Campbell duck. She's like the smallest of my female ducks. A lot of the other ones are like mixed breeds, except for the Peking, and she's a big girl. Oh, I have more than one big girl, but yeah, they're big girls. My Pekins are big babies. He could be a terror. He's a cutie pie. So anyway, I got to figure out what I'm going to do about that. But at least I've worked on getting that hole filled in. I've got to work on taking this fence down and getting things situated. So that way they encompass this full area. The ducks are enjoying the day. It's a rather nice day. It's not terribly warm, but it's warm enough that they are enjoying themselves. So, not horrible. You know, like this guy. Look at him. Look at this boy. What is that, huh? You're gonna go after that. That's Lumiere. He's reaching maturity, so he challenges weird things. He's challenged me when I'm out here, jumped at me. He doesn't have spurs yet, so I'm not concerned about any damage he can cause, and as long as I stay on top of his spurs while he goes through his little transition to becoming a big boy, we'll be okay. Yeah, they're funny when they're that age. But they can be dangerous, too, if you're not careful. So, I don't worry too much about them. I try not to. I think I took a swing at him once only because I was working on the fence by the chickens, and I was talking to my son, and I didn't notice he had jumped up on the gate behind me and then pecked my head. So then I instinctively swung right around and smacked him off the gate. I hurt him. But he didn't come at me again. So, it happens. And I found my clippers so that way I can snip the fence and move it along. So, anyway, we will get started here and get the stuff snipped. Move my snippers away. So, I'll set you down so you can watch while I free this up. Because I got to free this up before I can move it. Hopefully I can get this positioned right. This is one of my big boys. You can see he's got lovely big spurs on him. He's got pretty feathered feet. He's fathered a lot of my babies that I have right now. He's got a good personality. I primarily, when I breed my chickens, I don't breed for color. I do get color, and a lot of different color. But for the most part, when I'm looking to make more chickens, I'm going for their personalities. And sometimes egg color is important because I do like to maintain never having white eggs. The only ones that lay white eggs around here are my my ducks. They're allowed to lay the white eggs. Oops. Well, somebody will eat that. I just kicked an egg. I've got a lot of things to undo around here that were done up. And I think that's part of the reason why my plum tree has died. Because it was not set up by me. As you see the pretty fall colors? Nice, huh? Yeah. There's my boy out there. He's got my pretty girl. So that's what he's working on right now. So I'm going to set this up here. And hopefully it doesn't move a whole heck of a lot. It's sitting on the barrier. So as long as a little creature doesn't come along and knock on the thing, we'll be good. So I'm going to go over there and finish nipping that off because I've got to remove those panels. I have chicken wire to reinforce on the opposing side of it. Generally, you don't want to use chicken wire if you don't have something to help protect your flock because predators, they just go right through the chicken wire. That's not a good thing. in here for now. That way they don't get lost. Non-threatening as possible because these little boys, with all their little stinking hormones, don't seem to understand that I am not going after them. Oh well, I'll be right back. All right. I got my screwdriver. Drill. Yep. These ones that were put in, if you can see. Generally, most of the stuff I have here either take square or a T25. It's a Torx. So I'm gonna finish taking the screws out so I can finish disassembling this guy. Gotta disassemble it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to do that. Because some of the things have been recycled, they are around. So unfortunately, some of them may not come out like I need them to. on this. So I gotta carefully loosen it. Out. And this was not originally a problem. Here. I don't like breaking things. Especially not my plants. I've already been through enough chaos. Okay, I gotta show you this because it is just too cute not to show you. Now, you know, when babies are raised by hens, they learn a lot of things from their mummies. And these ones are learning how to dust bathe by mama. So I got all these little babies that are dust bathing with mamas. So there's 3 mamas and the little ones all dust bathing there. It's so cute. You just get buried in the dirt. It feels good. I mean, you know, it just feels good to play in the dirt. We all like to play in the dirt, right? So, they, you know, and the ducks, they like to do the water thing, so that's what they're doing today. They're playing in the water and freshening themselves up. And the chickens, they take dust baths. So the ducks are doing their wash in the water, and the chickens are doing their wash in the dirt. Hey, you know, it like I said, it feels good to them. It feels nice. So I'll put back up here, finish getting this fence out of the way here. So that way we can move on to the next section here. Make sure that doesn't move. All right, so as you can see, I got a top layer there. So I got a little bit of stuff to take off over there on that side. And then I'm going to press this down. Probably have to grab a different bit for my drill. Because it's the T25s over there on that one section. So almost done. At least with this part. Can you hear me over there? Oh, that traffic's kind of loud. Now that I got that done, I can walk through here and not walk through the really soft mud that's over there. Anyway, got that part down. This is probably going to take a little wrestling with the stuff that's in the corner there. So, stuff that's holding that gate up, that's going to be the next thing. So, we're going to do the gate next. I said that's held in place. The screws in that are the T25s. So, I got a couple other ones that I can take out with my square bit. So I'll do that, and then I'll go find my T25, and then we'll take this out. So, all right. So I went and found, hopefully, exactly what I need. Yeah, let's find a good place to set you up here. There. Yeah, there's the gate. That's what we're taking out. I'm taking the gate out. Found my bit. If anybody doesn't know what a T25 looks like, it's one of these little guys. Look at that. Unfortunately, I did not find one where I was hoping to find one. Husband had everything but the T25. I had to go look in my stuff because that's what I usually use. He works on cars, I work on other stuff, so yeah. I already took out the screws that were in the first post. That's alright. I got a pile of wood over there. I got this little pan over here. I don't know if it's, I think it's just out of the camera, but it's got my garbage in it. So, what else we got holding this sucker in here? Oh, looky there. I wasn't sure if that was going to come out of there. The head on that's pretty well stripped. I could reverse it, so that's good. Like I said, a lot of recycled materials in these things. And some of them I had to make sure I cut off the ends of stuff because they were getting hung up on whatever. And it's just ripping my clothes. I have so many holes in all my clothes. Not funny. Oh yeah. That one's got some square ones in it because it was put up prior to putting the gate up. And that one was put in there with square. Screws. nails on that one. That's no good. Alright. This just happens to be one of my ropes. I use these for all kinds of stuff, moving goats and whatnot. I have to be careful because there's, nails in this. I got it. Oh. Put it over here with the rest of my wood. I'll have to be careful cutting that one. So chain, even if it doesn't have ends to it, still serves a purpose. This one is pretty worn on one end. I mean, really, really, really worn on one end. I'm not sure why that is, because I don't know what other life this chain served. But I'll get this out later. It won't matter if it's in the ground or not. You notice I can work that in a circle? It's kind of fun. Come on. My gloves are slipping. So I have to take little potato dog to the vet. So this video will restart again once I finish taking that little guy in. They have to, he gets a monthly injection every 28 days. And then every few months he's got to be retested to make sure that his potassium levels are okay. I usually can tell though by watching him whether or not that test will come out good. Because if he is being lethargic, I know it's not going to be good. I have to watch to make sure little potato dog, Dash, does not overeat. And sometimes that boy feeds him. And I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, you're not helping your little buddy. But he's feeling pretty good, so his numbers, if this happens to be one of his testing days, his numbers will come back good because he's been running around. So, yep. Right now though, he's napping. Little potato dog napping. So, like I said, I gotta take him to the vet, and we'll be back.